Just when you thought the stock market couldn't get any more exciting, Nvidia steps in to shake things up yet again with a substantial announcement that should ease the mind of many concerned and anxious investors afraid of dipping their toes into the AI revolution any further than they already are. Imagine being the third largest company on Earth, yet not going all in on what made you get to that position. Imagine not officially making this whole entire thing your company's branding for the foreseeable future. Surprising, right? Well, Nvidia has had enough of that for now. The tech giant, once in a blue moon, or what Nvidia would call a couple of months ago, renowned for its GeForce RTX graphics cards and its gaming connections for the whole world, has made a bold move to solidify its status not just in gaming anymore, but in the burgeoning world of artificial intelligence. What does this mean for the stock? And why are analysts buzzing about Nvidia going all in on AI with no breaks? Stick around to find out as we dive deep into Nvidia's recent branding update and its vast implications. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Investocracy.
But if you want to just start off, give me like the broad strokes on what we heard, and then we can get into some of the individual takeaways.
Yeah, and thanks for those words, Josh, and come from you meeting fun. Look, as me and you have talked about a lot, like it's all about putting the data points together, and you come out of that call. I'd actually say incrementally more bullish, not even just on NVIDIA, but on the overall AI theme. Because of the Blackwell delays, if there was going to be one, what I view headwind or black cloud, they put that to rest in terms of yields and any of the issues there. Demand's outstripping supply anywhere from 10 to 15 to 1.
Right.
So when I look at the underlying enterprise demand, not just in big tech, but even like when you look at sovereign and you look at what I think ultimately is going to be the rest of sort of enterprise, this is a story I still view, call it bottom of the first, top of the second inning. I continue to view it. It's LeBron in high school and act.
The stock market often feels like a roller coaster, with its sudden dips and exhilarating peaks. But today, we're here to talk about a stock that's making waves for all the right reasons. Nvidia. The company recently updated its GeForce RTX graphics cards, branding to powering advanced AI. This new tagline is more than just fancy marketing. It's a signal that Nvidia is doubling down on its AI capabilities and the future of the AI revolution in general, transcending its gaming-first image to embrace a broader, more tech-centric audience. For years, Nvidia's GeForce line has been synonymous with high-quality gaming graphics. From first-person shooters to MMORPGs, if it required cutting-edge graphics, odds were a GeForce card was involved. But as tech enthusiasts know and as investors and experts have known for quite a while now, the use cases for graphics cards have expanded far beyond gaming, particularly into artificial intelligence. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates. That said, back to the video.
We're only 3%, maybe 5% tops of enterprises globally have even gone down this path.
Right.
So it comes down to like when, sometimes I think like it's very easy, like not see forest through the trees, like in terms of like, okay, October quarter, 32.5 billion, whispers 33 billion. But now the focus is more like, this is a company ultimately going toward 50, 75 billion, eventually 100 billion per quarter.
Yeah.
And I think that, to me, is really the trend, not just for NVIDIA, but for what this means for the rest of tech.
Nvidia recognized this trend, hence the new branding. Nvidia's RTX cards aren't just for gaming anymore. The cheapest card in the line, the RTX 4050 Mobile, comes packed with 120 tensor cores designed specifically for machine learning. Among the game-changing features are DLSS, Deep Learning Super Sampling, DLSS Frame Gen, and ACE, AI-written NPC dialogue, which significantly transform gaming and professional workflows. If games like Cyberpunk 2077 can benefit from these advances, imagine what it can do for complex AI models. Nvidia's AI-centered shift couldn't come at a better time. According to an Interbrand survey in June, despite being incredibly valuable, Nvidia wasn't among the world's top 100 recognizable brands. This mismatch presents both a challenge and an opportunity. The new tagline aims to rectify this by clearly communicating the company's strengths in AI, giving it a narrative that connects with broader markets. Even before the official announcement, OEM partners like PNY have updated their online branding to reflect this new tagline. While laptop and desktop case badges will adopt the subheading soon, Nvidia's confidence in meeting this broader customer base is telling. This shift signals a significant strategic pivot from their 2019 to 2020 focus, when cryptocurrency miners scooped up GPUs faster than Nvidia could produce them, leaving everyday consumers high and dry. Now, Nvidia is emphasizing stability and supply chain improvements, hoping to support a wider array of users without bottlenecks. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
What do you think is the main reason for why we saw Nvidia sell off almost 6 or 7% in the immediate aftermath of that report?
I just think it's like people expect Djokovic to win 6-0, 6-0, 6-0.
Yeah.
If it's 6-3, oh, lost 3. So the point is, like, you're expecting, like, okay, could they give a 34 billion number? Just another. It was basically what I view as, call it, $500 million higher than sort of base, maybe a little below Whisper. I think it ends up probably being closer to a 34 billion number. Because I think now NVIDIA recognizes when you're in this parabolic growth, especially with Blackwell, there's no reason for them to give a 34 billion, even though I think that's ultimately where it goes.
So you think we've gotten spoiled, and it's still an incredible growth story, but maybe the expectations were fully baked in, at least for this particular quarter, not for the long term.
And I think now it's going to start to happen, Josh, to that point, the next month, and we'll be in Asia next week. Anyone that's doing Asia supply chain checks, it's actually increasing in terms of demand over supply. All of a sudden, what starts to happen is next drum roll starts. Hold on a second, 32.5, probably a sandbag number. All of a sudden, stock starts to, what I believe, continue to creep back up. And I believe we're looking $4 trillion market cap for NVIDIA in the next 6 months. I just don't see what's stopping it, given all the demand we're seeing from hyperscalers, from enterprise. The use cases now are exploding. That's why Palantir, people dismiss them as that. Look at them. Look at ServiceNow. Look what we're seeing with Oracle. That to me is the next phase, the use cases, and Jensen hit on that a bit.
Earnings? Let's talk about those. Nvidia outperformed expectations this year with impressive second quarter earnings, surpassing forecasted revenue. Yet interestingly, their shares dropped by 3.6% in after-hours trading. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Cantor Fitzgerald, and other financial heavyweights have weighed in, mostly with optimistic outlooks despite some margin contractions. Analyst sentiments range from overweight ratings to buy-on-the-dip recommendations, which is quite telling. JP Morgan's Harlan Sur, for example, expects strong demand in PC gaming to propel revenue and remains optimistic about Nvidia's prospects in data centers and automotive segments. Cantor Fitzgerald's CJ Muse voiced that AI remains an existential threat to hyperscalers' consumer internet players, indicating a no slowdown situation for Nvidia. Even though Nvidia's stock took a slight dip post-earnings, analysts see this as an opportunity, a brief hiccup in an otherwise upward trajectory. Comments from Piper Sandler, Benchmark, and Truist Securities consistently highlight Nvidia's fundamental strength and its leading role in AI advancements. The consensus, the stock's temporary pullback is a buying opportunity that savvy investors shouldn't miss. To put it simply, Nvidia is not just riding the AI wave, it's building the surfboard.
Because everyone, it's Nvidia, it's Microsoft. No, this now kicks off a cycle we basically have never seen before. And anytime someone puts like the Cisco comparison to NVIDIA, show the chart, it looks the same. I covered tech back then. The difference is Cisco, 90% of their customers were essentially leveraged startups, Aethers, and all the CLEX. Who's the customers of NVIDIA? It's companies with 1.2 trillion on the balance sheet.
Governments.
And government. So my whole point is that I get the comparison looks great in a chart. Apple's on. You cannot compare what we're seeing here. It's essentially a fourth industrial revolution. That's being built out. And I think now it's the next phase. It's the software players, it's infrastructure, it's other parts of semis, it's names like AMD. It's names like in cybersecurity, how you're going to protect the workloads. So that to me is really where I see everything. Why I'm so excited about second, third, fourth derivative.
If you've been looking for a promising investment in the ever-volatile stock market, Nvidia's recent moves should have your full attention. The company's shift towards AI-centered branding, coupled with a robust earnings season, paints a promising picture. Despite minor market jitters, analysts overwhelmingly view Nvidia as a strong buy, especially with its enduring leadership in AI technologies. Currently, Nvidia's stock might be down slightly, but given the overwhelming positive analyst sentiment and future prospects, this seems like an ideal opportunity to invest. The dip is an invitation, not a deterrent. So, what are your thoughts on Nvidia's new branding and its AI-driven future? Is it enough to make you consider investing, or do you see other contenders rising to the occasion? Let us know in the comments below. Here's to informed investments and potential profits. Let's see where this exciting saga takes us next. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there!